SuperTalkTV.com. And joining us today is one of my favorites, Miss Emmie King. She's the owner of Nandy's Candy, which has been a landmark in the metro area for the last 40 years. And she's got a message for us. We should be eating more chocolate during the water woes here in Jackson. So welcome, Emmie.
Hi, Rebecca. I appreciate you having me on.
Well, it's one of these times where you just have to figure out a way how to smile, or you just start crying because the small businesses in the metro area have really been hit hard, not only with the water woes that are ongoing and you never know when they're going to peak up, but then also top in, we had that P word of a pandemic that we're still reaming from. So I feel like you just need a hug and some chocolate, right?
You need a hug and chocolate or candy or something to just soothe all those woes, because I feel like the hits keep on coming at this point. I know that's typical of a business owner, but it just is a lot now.
It is a lot now, and I noticed where you're active on your social media that you guys have had to think things different, right? Like so many other, particularly restaurants or food and beverage companies, it's hard to sort of figure out how to keep going when what you sell, is what helps keep the lights on. You can't do that without, obviously, functioning water. So at Nandy's Candy, how are y'all trying to embrace the crisis and work through it?
Well, we are typically embracing it and have since about August the 29th, when we did have the first start of all this, But we really use our boiled water. I mean, thankfully, I have large pots that we can always boil water in, and gas stoves. So we do boil water all the time. We are doing that now. We have gloves. We have hand sanitizer. We do not have a public restroom, so that is not an issue for us. We also, but I have to have it for my employees, so I always keep a trash can full of water on hand in my store. I learned it years ago. Buy a nice trash can and keep it full of water as much as you can.
That's a smart tip, though, for those that may have to have employees that still need their proper way to go, or even if you're listening and you live here in the central area and you're just trying to figure life out. I mean, I think don't forget, too, what a good trash can full of water can do for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've made some shifts. I mean, we are not able to open Snowballs, which is actually kind of breaking my heart right now as it's super hot outside, and we'd love to see all our happy faces getting cooled off, but we make our own ice. And that comes from the Jackson water system. We do have filters, but at this point you can't do that. Or have the pressure to get the water. So we are no Snowballs right now, but we are half open, I guess you could say. We've got the candy side rolling.
Which is something, too, that can bring a smile on this kind of bummer of a day, or I guess a couple of days here in the metro. With that, I know you make your candy from scratch every single day, or fresh, should I say, with the chocolate. How's that process going? Does that use a whole lot of water?
So actually, today we were all making some what am I thinking? Marshmallow here. I was about to say watermelon something. But no, we were making marshmallow, and we brought in that water. Actually, thankfully, the candy maker lives out in Rankin County, so she brought it in. And I have my other good employees that have headed out to the Sam's or Costco or wherever they can find water. She said it was kind of like Armageddon the other night. So we made some marshmallow, but we are boiling the pots to clean everything. And then we are really switching to production that doesn't include water right now. That's really like for us to do nut clustering or running piece candy. It's all done with gloves, and that's the safest thing we can do right now.
And I think, too, what I'm hearing you say, Emmie, is a lot of businesses here in the metro, they're still open for business. I even saw where Jeff Good was saying when he had to shut down his 3 locations that you could still buy gift cards, that you could still wait and watch Facebook messages on when they may be open, even if it's limited time. And now more than ever is when you guys need our support, right? Whether it's through buying of a gift card or still coming in the store. Because if you think that just the metro is closed because of the water, then there's going to be rippling effects of that as well.
September or the end of August, 1st of September is one of the hardest months in the restaurant industry and in the food industry nationwide. You're starting back school. People are cutting back. It's sometime when you really do need to get out and support local, because if you want to have local businesses, you have to do it. You have to go out and say, I'm going to grab some food from there. I've noticed lots of places that are open or kind of making the best of it, I'll say. Maybe switching to something that's a little bit simpler than a big menu. For us, it's clearly moving just into candy. We have pre-bagged items, too, that are easy to pick up. Go see your local retailers and restaurateurs for that, and come by and see us and grab something sweet.
Larry and Jackson, Emmie said, my mom loves Nandy's candy. I send it to her on Easter. I take to her on Christmas. I feel like this is a good day, Larry, to give her a little treat. You'll be helping out Emmie and the gang there, as well as, surprising your mom with something special. But, here on Good Things, they may not be local necessarily coming in. Are you guys still able to sort of ship what you can or fulfill those type of orders? I know you sometimes have a large online presence.
I will say it kind of hurts this week. I did have to let them know that they're going to have to be next week. I know by next Tuesday. I mean, Tuesday is our biggest ship day, so we really had to. I had to turn down a couple of my shipping orders because of it. Hopefully, I'll make it up next Tuesday. It's one of those things that you just. You're always expecting something, but at this point, the unknown of when it'll end is hard on the budget. And if you can buy gift cards or support your businesses, get out there and do it. All of us are going to keep trying the best we can.
Emmie, your mom started this business over 40 years ago. You've shared often where you remember as a young girl, you spent your days there on the floor, whether it's playing or taking naps or learning how to make candy, from her. And Jackson has always been the home or the heart of Nandy's Candy. I mean, how do you keep sticking in there for another decade, or what keeps you sticking in there for another decade? Should I say it that way?
I mean, for me, for all the bad rap that Jackson may get, it's got a heart and soul of its people. And for me, I love Jackson. My family loves Jackson. I enjoy the creativity, the community. It's not our fault today that maybe the pipes that are so old and the water plant that's so old is falling apart. But, we still have to hang in there. And I think that's part of it. You don't give up, and you see the light that there's a community here. There's children here. There's family. There's churches. And don't walk away from it. Embrace it and be part of it. And that's really what my mom taught me, and what I see now that I will continue to do.
And we can do our part, like you said, just helping where we can, filling in those gaps, holding those that need to be held accountable, but don't hurt those that are, that call it home. They're also still our neighbors, at least in terms of Mississippi brothers and sisters. So if we wanted to get online or come by the store today and order something that you can ship by next Tuesday, give us a few options, Nandy. Emmie, what can we get for sure?
Well, I would first and foremost say, you're heading into this quote-unquote fall, but caramel popcorn is there, and it is ready to be shipped. We've got our pralines are right and ready. We also ship our half-pound and 1 pound of assorted chocolates. Those are so easy to send out and kind of brighten someone's day. I know that I love a sea salt caramel personally, and we'll always take a few of those, maybe even in dark chocolate, but, whichever. There's so many things online, too. I mean, we sell jelly beans and gummy bears and things like that. So even if you're kind of just thinking you need a little pick-me-up, stop in and get something. I mean, it's also still affordable.
Still very affordable. If you do pop into y'all's store here, you have transformed it already into the fall sort of Halloween spirit. That makes my heart very happy. And I have to tell you, I've got 2 little girls who give the candy corn of all flavors 2 thumbs up every single time they get a new one. That's their favorite, Emmie. So where are you located, and how can we find you online?
We are located at 1220 East Northside Drive, which is Maywood Mart, right off exit 100 and Old Canton Road. Online, just look us up at www.nandys, NandysCandy.com. And, of course, you can always give us a call, too, but you can find us online. It's super easy.
Well, I appreciate your time, Emmie. Hang in there. We're wishing the best for Nandy's Candies and everybody. And stick with us. We got more